On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Wednesday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side. So we have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in a Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. In the morning here, we're going to kick it off with a story coming out of the Kingston Central Police Division where a licensed firearm holder foiled a robbery just outside of the Scotiabank parking lot along Port Royal Street in downtown Kingston on Monday. Now reports reaching On The Spot News Media would suggest that a female was walking to her vehicle when an alleged robber accosted her for her belongings. Now, according to bystanders, during the struggle, a licensed firearm holder intervened and discharged his weapon at the assailant. Now, the criminal element put him foot in him hand and take away him bat quick and fast when him hear gunshot or whistle past him ears. So the would-be robber was reportedly conned up, but managed to flee the scene before the police arrived. Now the incident has left nearby business owners and employees shaken. Now everybody has say, yo, outer road, not safe. So Scotiabank and other business entities in and around that particular area is planning on getting added security to boost the already existing security that they have there. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is still in relation to Monday fatal knockings and clappings of the 5 criminal elements them in a Jacksonville. Now, the police are theorizing that them seize another firearm that is in relation to that particular fatal knockings and clappings. So the police them seize this 6-Sawyer 9mm pistol along with 15 rounds of ammunition, which was seized during a second operation on Tuesday afternoon. They are stating, as I stated earlier, that this firearm may be linked to the knockings and clappings that took the life of 5 in Jacksonville on Monday. So this now brings the total number of weapons seized in the ongoing investigation to 5. So for those who may have forgotten, on Monday a reported confrontation between police and armed criminal elements who were allegedly contracted to carry out a fatal knockings and clappings in the Jacksonville Road community. That resulted in the loss of life of 5 and the seizure of 4 weapons. This criminal element here, the 6th criminal element that escaped in the wooded area in Jacksonville, who has since been identified as Courtney Ashley, but them call him Bloodstain in our streets. Now, this criminal element remains at large and is most definitely wanted by the police. So anyone having any information surrounding the whereabouts of this criminal element, please alert the nearest police. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Andrew North Police Division. Right along 85 Red Hills Road, the police, them slap with another one. Yeah, man. And take a big strap off of him. So watch this now. This criminal element here, presently on your screen. This is actually a screenshot of the lifeless body of the criminal element. He has since been identified as Steve Elliott, but them call him Gully in our streets, said to be of a 85 Red Hills Road address. He was conned up and seriously injured during what the police alleged to be an armed confrontation with them. He was, however, whisked to the Kingston Public Hospital, not in a bid to save his life, but more so to have him officially pronounced, you know what. Now, Shane Elliott, otherwise known as Gully, is said to be a loaderman in half a tree where him load taxi for a living. So now all the naysayers and the criminal crasmites them will love go black road and talk about police are wicked. Go and go block the road now. See the picture, nah tell, no lie. The police them hold him red-handed with the strap in him hand. Yeah, man. So I see him where the police them fling him down. See him where him drop a ground. Well strapped down. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. Catherine North Police Division. This time over there in Linstead. Yeah, man. The police them fling away another one and take him chops off of him. Now, the criminal element was taken out at Jackson Stephen Close. That's in the community of Bushy Park in St. Catherine, right in an orange estate, they said, go on. Now you have a criminal element that goes by the name of Yankee. He was on the receiving end of them fatal bullet there. And he's said to be a known and notorious hitman in our place. Real old dirty kind of boy. Yeah, man. Now the police, them run in and the criminal element decides I'm going to challenge the police, which always no work out good for them, none at all. But the criminal elements continue to press on in their fight against law enforcement. Now, the firearm that was taken from him is said to be a 9mm firearm, said to have contained 5 9mm rounds of ammunition. After the smoke was clear, and of course the battle had been won, that is what the police retrieved from him. And also in the St. Catherine North Police Division, a knockings and clappings go on right over there at Reindeer Avenue. We get to understand, say a little brother known as Chris get can up. We don't know for sure what really go on where that is concerned. But all the way up a way that's where him come from. I'm not going to tell you which part him come from, but him know which part him come from. So we are going to try to figure out who is this brother here, 33-year-old brother here, and update you subsequently. We just try to figure out if he's a criminal element or is just a regular member of John Public where they are the wrong place at the wrong time and get can up. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the Manchester Police Division, where in a Mandeville vicinity, Santa Cruz taxi park, a man end up knife up a next man, leaving him lifeless. Now, the man who was on the receiving end of them fatal knife wound has since been identified as 35-year-old Avon Baxter, said to be of a Mayday address in Manchester. He was knifed up by an unknown assailant. So on the spot, news media is still keeping close tabs on this one and will update you subsequently also. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, where the body of an unidentified male was seen in Mount Zion in Barrytown, St. James, laying face down with some can-up wounds to the upper body of the back and head. However, the body was transported to the Falmouth Hospital where he lost his life whilst undergoing treatment. And still in the St. James Police Division, this person here, this female presently on your screen, has been reported missing. Now what we get to understand is that she and her boyfriend had a verbal altercation, and afterwards no one have seen or heard from her since. She has since been identified as Saskia Wilson, but them call her Casey in our streets. She has been missing since last Thursday, July 17th. She was last seen heading home with her spouse. They live together in the community of Rhine Park in Montego Bay, St. James. Now, it is stated that, as I stated earlier, that they had a verbal altercation. The boyfriend reported that she left the home and has not been seen or heard from since. However, since last week, Friday, the boyfriend was picked up by the police and he was held at the Freeport police station until yesterday he was released. He was released on the conditions that the police did not have enough information or evidence to further keep him in their custody. But the Montego Bay police is definitely investigating this one. So anyone knowing the whereabouts of Saskia Wilson, otherwise known as Casey, please alert the Freeport police. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, we have 5 criminal elements who has been listed as wanted by the police. Now, the first one, presently on your screen, has since been identified as DeMario Morris, but them call him Ruffy in the streets. Now, this criminal element here is wanted for a slew of firearm-related charges, which ranges from robbery with aggravation to wounding with intent and being armed with an illegal firearm. Now, we've seen the St. James police need him. Now, this criminal element here, presently on your screen, identified as David Johnson, but them call him Mice. He too is wanted for similar firearm-related offenses, and if seen, he's wanted by the St. James police. Now, the next criminal element presently on your screen has since been identified as Shanrick Nugent. Now, Shanrick is wanted for fatal knockings and clappings. He frequents Augustown, sections of St. Andrew, and also sections of Montego Bay, St. James. So this criminal element here have links and connections all over the place, from Augustown to St. James. So if seen, please alert the St. Andrew Central Police CIB or the St. James Police CIB and update them. Now, the next criminal element presently on your screen identified as Antoine McPherson, but them call him Q in the streets. Now, Q or Quan, as he is affectionately called, is wanted for fatal knockings and clappings. He frequents the general East Queen Street community, Kingston and Trial Way in Cumberland, Portmore, St. Catherine. Now, this criminal element, if seen, please alert the Elliston Road Police CIB. And last on the list, but most definitely not the least, this criminal element identified as Michael Rose is wanted for knockings and clappings with intent. He frequents McIntyre Villa and Vauxhall Road. So this criminal element come from out of Dunkirk, and the police, them want him. Now, if seen, please alert the Elliston Road Police CIB with any information in relation to any one of these criminal elements presently on your screen. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about, the police them seize another big fatmatic. Yeah, man. Now, this firearm was seized by the police in the St. Andrew South Police Division sometime yesterday. This firearm is said to be a Taurus 9mm pistol with 2 magazines and 10 live rounds of ammunition. The operation was carried out by the Operation and Support Unit from the St. Andrew South Police Division along Denver Crescent in Marvally. Yeah, man. So right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.